Ontario Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie is resigning, effective immediately. Crombie has been mostly out of sight, out of mind for the Liberals since she announced plans to step aside. Crombie originally said she would stay on as leader until the party chose her successor. And let's bring in our Queen's Park correspondent, Mark McAllister, now. And Mark, many are wondering why she's making the decision now. I mean, it's been 10 months since she lost the election and really has been out of sight.
And there has been no clear indication when she would actually do this, because it started with the election last year. Yes, they brought the Liberal Party back into official party status, but they lost some ground, and Bonnie Crombie, as leader, actually lost the seat that she had been running for. So as a result of that, the question started at that point, and that was leading into what ended up being the Liberal Leadership Convention back in September. At that point, she only had 57% support.
And initially she said she was staying, and then shortly after said I'm not.
Over the course of one weekend, she had said she would stay, then she said she would go. When she would go, that decision was essentially left to when we have a new leader.
Right.
At that point, we had been waiting, and now's the time when she has come forward and said, okay, now I'm stepping aside so the party can push ahead.
One has to wonder what's next. Is her political career over? Could she potentially run in Mississauga again? There's a municipal election, and, you know, for mayoral.
There's a big question mark whether, in fact, she does continue on in the political circles, or whether the private sector is calling, or whether, in fact, retirement is calling as well.
Okay, let's talk about the Liberal Party. They've had a rough go ever since Doug Ford came into power. Who is looking to replace Bonnie Crombie as a leader, and who could best revamp the party?
There's a number of names that have been floated for some time now. First and foremost, you have to get to the point where you're actually going to start a leadership race, right? So the party today has said, you know what, we have to get our stuff in order. We have to make sure that we put the proper rules in place. Everything is being revamped before they actually get to the point where that leadership race can begin. That said, we know that the names are out there. The unofficial race has begun, and you can look at just a few faces, a few names. At the top of that list for some time has been the MP, Toronto MP Nate Erskine-Smith, but we've got a number of MPPs as well that are in the running. Adil Shamji, we've got Lee Fairclough, Rob Surjanic, who is from Ajax. But look at the end of that list. That is a familiar face for those who had been talking throughout the entire pandemic about what was happening with COVID. And Dr. Andrew Bazari has, his name has been floated out there because of his involvement behind the scenes. He's also been involved in a supportive housing project with UHN. And we actually saw him standing next to Mayor Olivia Chow at a press conference yesterday.
Just yesterday. All right. It will be interesting to see how this develops.
And we don't know when this is actually going to take place either. So we've got some time.
Okay. And the party has to figure out how it's going to rebuild.
Yes.
Mark McAllister, as always, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And that is our Queen's Park correspondent, Mark McAllister.